Alright guys, back now. Sorry about the last video, audio quality not as per usual, but I've fixed that. And we're into game 2, where I'm playing against the Chaos Space Marines. Looks like an undivided army list, and the mission is the Dawn Attack, Dawn Raid type thing, where you deploy 2 troops choices initially, plus your HQ. So what's happened here is he's got a couple of Chaos Space Marine squads, one up front and one further back. Actually, no, he may have only brought one in, but he's got the Demon Prince up front there anyway. If you go to the next photo, turn 1, all of your army obviously deploys straight away. So on come the Rhinos and Vindicator and the Obliterators. Very similar army to what I run. I think I mentioned this and covered this in the introduction video. So it'll be a fairly easy game to sort of, for me that is, in terms of understanding what does what, because I do play Chaos. Next image, turn 1 for me. Obviously you can see the whole army showing up, and this is how do you put it? This is a reserve sort of coming on here 6 inches or 12 inches at a time. And what I was able to do here is, because it's night fighting on the first turn, is just use the searchlight on the Demon Prince and fire my whole army at the Demon Prince, and that's the only model I wanted to kill. The last thing I wanted to happen is to have his Demon Prince running amok and actually wiping out all of my Hydras or whatever. So the main thing was just to eliminate it and really just play the rest of the game as a firefight after the night fighting lifted after the first round. Next image, this is a top-down view. He's onto his turn 2, where he moves all 3 Rhinos up with smoke launchers, and I knew I'd have a bit of a tough time this round actually shooting them down with the 4+ cover save, but after that it should be a lot easier for me to wipe them out. This is a scenario with 5 objectives. You can sort of see 1 in the ruins to the top left, 1 in the middle, just to the left a little bit, 1 to the bottom right of the photo. There's 1 closer to the top right of the photo but not pictured, and the 5th one is actually in the ruins in the middle of the table where his Chaos Space Marines are actually camping out. Next image, a look around the left-hand side, just swinging the Vendettas into position. A lot of fun moving those around, and they're actually looking quite cool with the red from this angle. And just doing some shooting. Didn't quite do the damage I wanted to his Vindicator or to his Rhinos. I think I cracked one of them, but he was quite lucky, making quite a lot of cover saves this particular round of shooting. So next image, the cracked Rhino to the bottom right of the photo. He's spilled out with some Chaos Space Marines who move forward now with melter guns, trying to get a shot off at my Chimera, but I don't think he quite got the range for it to get the penetrating shot with the melter effect. So next image, also moving forward here, cracking his squad with cracking his Rhino with the Berserkers in it, allowing me to start shooting at them and using my flamers. He has nailed one of my Vendettas to the left-hand side of the photo with his Obliterators, I think it was, and he's still got a Berserker unit with Khan the Betrayer heading towards my lines in the Black Rhino to the left. Next image, speaking of which, Khan the Betrayer and his boys disembark, or possibly having their Rhino wrecked. Can't quite remember which happened, but they are now able to be set loose and running and assaulting after me. Next image, in the middle, he's got his rather depleted squad of Chaos Space Marines at this point, having their Rhino wrecked in the background, moving forward with a couple of melter guns and wiping out the multi-laser on this Chimera here. And they will be threatening the centre and possibly the objective to the bottom right of, well, if we were to sort of pan the shot to the bottom right, we would see the objective nearby. So next image, Khan the Betrayer actually getting into an assault with the Valkyrie. Khan's attacks always hit on 2+, so it was very easy for him to tear through the rear armour of this Vendetta. I have no idea how infantry models jump so high and actually assault flying vehicles, but you know, it's 40k, and he was able to tear down the Vendetta pretty easily. Next image, he has summoned a Greater Demon, and this particular Greater Demon has attacked my Chimera and wrecked it, spilling out now with some veterans who have melter guns and las guns able to crack some shots into him, but plenty of firepower available to take this guy down. Next image, he has indeed destroyed the Command Rhino, Command Chimera I should say, so I've got my little squad here with the company commander and a couple of plasma guns, regimental standard, officer of the fleet. So just ripping into them with plasma guns now, and of course there's Demolisher nearby, able to blast them all. I think the scatter from the Demolisher actually came over and clipped a couple of my command squads, so that was pretty awful. Next image, Greater Demon, severely wounded, actually mopping up a lot of stuff here. I've lost a few guys, which are sort of lingering around the Demolisher and having a couple of tanks destroyed, but I do have two tanks up in the top right there moving forward, gunning their engines, heading over to the objectives, which are more over to his side of the board. If I can capture one of those, then I should have the game in the bag. Next image, Vendetta flying over to the objective, which is that little box up top on the window balcony there, and contesting it, while two of my Chimeras head out elsewhere and hold objectives. If you go to the next photo, right-hand side of the battlefield, he's got his obliterators on the hill in the background. I've got my Chimera next to this little ammunition stash, which is the objective here. That Rhino is wrecked in the middle of the field, so my Chimera has no contest here onto that objective. Going to the next image, over to my artillery battery here with the Hydras. I've got a squad of infantry and another Chimera up front with that second objective there. So I'm on two objectives, he's on one, but it's contested. And that's the end of the game. So managed to pick this one up nice and handily. A win to me, second round. So going to the third round, hopefully I'll be able to submarine my way back to the top of the tables. See you guys there.